What's up, wonderful people? I am G Storm, and this is day 6 of working on the boat. And today we're going to see if we can get the port side engine to run. Here we go. Let's get started. So I got to give credit where credit is due. The last time we were over here, my mom, she actually noticed that there was a leak coming from the engine. And she didn't say exactly where, but she told us while we were trying to crank the boat, because I didn't see it at first. And I stuck my hand down there and I saw that it was the fuel pump leaking. And I'm hoping that changing out this fuel pump will make the engine run. So here we go, about to try and change out the fuel pump. Before we change out the fuel pump, I just want to say that I'm hoping for 3 things today. First and foremost, I'm hoping that the boat cranks up and starts really easily. The second thing is I'm hoping that this is a cam system and not a push rod system, because the push rod system is a little bit more tricky to change out. And then the third thing is I am hoping that I don't break any of the bolts off. So we're gonna see how today goes. All right, everyone, so getting ready to take off the fuel pump. We got a 9/16 socket, and we're gonna take off the bolts holding it up first. And then, actually no, first we're gonna take off the lines going to the fuel pump, right here. And that requires a 5/8 wrench. And then from there, we're gonna take off the bolts. All right, everybody, so I'm getting ready to take off the fuel pump. First thing we're gonna do is take off the lines going to it. And then after that, we're gonna take out the bolts up here. And we'll take the fuel pump out, and let's hope that it's not a push rod system. Let's hope that it's a cam system. All right, here we go.
Everyone, remember to like, share, and subscribe as we go through this process of rebuilding this boat. Thank you guys for watching. Here we go. I just took out the fuel pump system.
Alright guys, so we're going to take our flathead screwdriver and just try and get all of this stuff off. Not much.
So in doing this, I have made the unfortunate discovery that this is actually a push rod system, which is a little bit more difficult than a cam system because you have to hold the push rod up as you place in the fuel pump. But it's okay, we're not going to let that stop us. We're going to make sure that we put this fuel pump in today, and we're going to see this boat run today, or at least try to. But guys, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far in the video, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to continue growing my channel. We grew really big last year. We're trying to go even bigger this year. So remember, like, share, and subscribe. Bahamas trip's coming soon. I'm going to put the boat on the trailer soon as well, and probably take it down to Savannah just to test it out or something. So please like, share, and subscribe, and help me continue to make my channel grow. Thank you. Let's see if we can get this push.
Rod to go back up in there. Let's see if you guys can see that real quick. That's the push rod up in there. And yes, we gotta push it back up to put the fuel pump in. All right, everyone, so I got the fuel pump off here. This is the new one right here from Amazon. I don't know how long this one's gonna last. This looked like it was kind of glued together a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe that's just some sort of seal, because this one doesn't have that. But yeah, like I said, I don't know how long it's gonna last. It's only like 50 bucks off Amazon. So we're trying to do this boat a little bit on a budget as well. But yeah, so we're gonna put this on there, and we're gonna put the fittings on here as well. One thing, I did figure out how to get that push rod to go up. So I had to get some pliers. I pushed it up, and then I stuck a screwdriver up under it, like a flathead screwdriver to hold it up right now. And then in a second, when we go to put this on, we're gonna try to finesse it up under that flathead screwdriver, and then pull that screwdriver out, and then put it up on the engine, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's go ahead and put these fittings on here. I don't think I need any like sealing or anything. It don't look like these had any on it. So we'll just put it together like it is and call it a day. All right, so let's do that. Take that back. I think I may put some anti-seize on it. That way it'll stay easy coming apart. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna put the anti-seize on it. Depending on how the threads look. Threads looking pretty clean. Yeah, no, I'm not putting the anti-seize on it. Put it the same way on there, the same way it came off, so. I would love to put some tape on it, but some plumber's tape. But I'm like, I don't know. But yeah. Yep, both of the threads are clean here. Well, except for here, because you know, that's where it was dripping at. And we'll tighten this up on this new one. Tighten it up now. It's on a 5.0 Mercruiser, guys, V8. I'm hoping that once we put it in the water that the boat goes pretty quick, like it dries fast. So that would be great if it could do that. Give it one more turn here. I think that should be good. Wish I had like a torque wrench. Yeah, I'll turn it back down to the threads where it was at initially, basically. Give it a little bit more. Alright, so that should be good on that one. I'm gonna do the same thing for this one. Turn it down to the threads where it's dirty at. It should be good. All right, so we got that on there, and now let's go try and slide this up under that rod and see what we get. All right, let's do it. So I take my needle nose pliers and I push the push rod up. Stick my finger in there, hold the push rod up, move the needle nose pliers out the way. Then I swap my finger for a flathead screwdriver. And this is kind of the same thing we're gonna do when putting in the fuel pump. All right, so we got that swapped out. I almost think it'll be easier if I take this hose off, guys. But I'm not trying to take it off right now. Yeah. So I got my fuel pump, and the fuel pump, I kind of just put some grease on it and just to hold the gasket in place, because without that it'll just kind of fall off. And so what now we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of finesse it into place and hope that the gasket stays straight. Alright, so like it's sitting up there, guys. So we get our 9/16. Alright, be careful not to shake it because we don't want that to fall out because it's very hard to put in there.
So reinstalling this new fuel pump was actually quite difficult to do due to the design of the boat, but I got it in there. But I kind of wish I would have waited to do the fuel pump because I actually had to wind up taking the engine completely out to do some repairs to the starter. But we're gonna try and get it to crank up today. So this is one of the fuel system things that I'm going to change, and then the next fuel thing I'm gonna change is the carburetor, just because it was full of water and I just decided it'd be best for me to change that carburetor out instead of trying to source old parts. So I just went on eBay, got me a new carburetor and built it out. I'll explain that here in a second. But yes, so we're gonna have to take this engine completely out in the next video. But this video, this engine will run and you guys will see that in a second. Just stay tuned. I want you guys to remember to like, share, and subscribe and help me continue growing my channel. Before you guys know it, we'll be heading over to the Bahamas and we will be doing a lot of fishing, maybe doing some exploring of remote Bahamian islands and stuff once I feel real comfortable with the engines and the boat and my navigation skills, and we'll go enjoy ourselves. But anyways, here we go. Let's see this thing run.
Alright everyone, so this is just an addition to the last video. Last time I was here, I was trying to crank it, nothing happened. And because the engine was flooded, something just told me, I was like, okay, well, I should just take the carburetor off and clean it, which I was going to do that with this one, but then I just figured that it was easier just to buy a whole brand new carburetor. That's kind of what I did, because the carburetor was only like 70 bucks, because I got it off of eBay, and it was like a offer that I did. But this what was coming out, this carburetor here, so it was never gonna stay running. I want to show you guys now the starboard engine running now, so we're gonna walk over there and try and crank it up. So now I'm cranking it down here from the slave cylinder. I think I still got a few more adjustments to do with the fuel system, because I have to pretty much depress the throttle completely to crank it up. And I think it's just because it's like a fuel air mixture. But here we go, guys. I'm gonna show you. Let me get a good little space to sit you. That's that idle right there, guys. And I don't want to run it too long because I don't want it to overheat. So let's go turn it off. But we're ready to get a trailer now.
And for those of you that don't remember last video, here's a video of the starboard side engine running. Yes, everyone, so we got the boat running, we got both engines running, generator runs as well with a little persuasion. But yes, we are ready to get a trailer now. I want to do a little bit more adjustments to the starter on this port side engine that we just fixed and made run, and then we'll be ready to go test it out. So stay tuned, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. G-Storm out.